Hello. So, when was it? Was it end of last year?
It's end of last year, yeah, I bought this hull.
We bought this, another rubbish broken boat off eBay.
Come out of a boatyard, it was getting neglected, and we thought, we initially bought this because I wanted to do a lap of Anglesey. Yeah. I still want to do a lap of Anglesey.
Yeah, we will do, won't we?
Because I was hoping for this summer, but with Sarinda, obviously with
took a lot more of our time. So yeah. this has been sat in the yard since back end of last year. Yeah. And we haven't had the time to do it. No. But we've thought this is going to make a brilliant tender for when we're bringing over like massive sheets of wood. 8x4 sheets, yeah, because we were going to build another raft and all that sort of stuff, but we thought, hey, we've got a really good floating device with a 50 horsepower engine on it. So what we've, it's upside down at the minute. So this is the bottom of the hull. Simon flipped it over with the forklift yesterday. Yeah, so we did that. We moved it over with the forks. The last boat I tried to flip over was a similar sized boat, but I actually dropped it. So did well this time. Didn't drop it. So what we've been doing, it all come, and this actually has been scraped. It was worse than this. Yeah, but it's got all like I'm sure there's a very posh name for it, but it's got all the little sea crustaceans, whatever you call it. So we've been scraping it, haven't we? Yeah. I can't reach now though. I need to get up on the boat. It's all coming off. But we actually set about doing this and like, oh, let's just give it a quick paint. And now we're like ripping everything off, because you may as well just do it right, haven't you? And we've actually got a load of anti-foul paint on it, which came with another boat, which we so we didn't even take any footage of the actual boat. so the first time you guys are seeing her, she's upside down. She was originally orange, then she was painted like more of a luminous orange. It's like R and LI sort of colours, but she's just going like pure white. So the plan now, because I've already put a coat of white paint on this, but when I was scraping the bottom paint off, I've damaged the white, so now I'm going to refinish the white. Even though it wasn't designed to be a pretty boat at all, it was just designed to be like a work boat, but it's still going to be a work boat, but we may as well do a decent job. So we're going to prep this area, paint this, and then put some bottom paint on it maybe tomorrow night, maybe, after the white's gone off, unless it needs a couple of coats. So got to get up on top and get this scraped off. Do you reckon this is secure enough to like? It's a mount. Let's get on. But there's been a couple of repairs which has been unearthed, so we'll dig a bit deeper into them. Gemma's cringing at the noises at the moment. It's like nails on a blackboard, it really goes through me. Oh, it's horrible. So we're scraping it off and we found a dodgy repair that looks... Yeah, but look, it's still... They've even left the paint on. They've just tried to fiberglass over anti-foul. Yeah, I got this one. Wow. So we've got a hole in the boat. Oh god, yeah. See, what a good job, right? You didn't even see that, did you? I didn't see that at all, because it was all covered in paint and it looked pretty. So this is why we just sort of... Gemma can't get it to go underneath, but... So yeah, we need to do a repair there. And as well, you can see even here where it's been scraping. So I want to put something so we can run it up the slipway and beach her. So I've got like an old motorbike tyre, which I'm kind of thinking about somehow attaching. Ah. If we cut it in half. Bit of like a rub strip. Yeah. Yeah, okay. A keel guard or whatever. Keel guard. Yeah, that's a hey, motorbike tyre, keel guard. See, you just got to reuse the stuff you've got, haven't you? But yeah, that was a shocking repair. And you can see they haven't even bothered to move all the crud. Look at all like...
got stuff behind him really, but yeah.
Look at it.
That would have honked him, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
As you can tell, we buy all of our boats from the broken shop.
Yeah. Broken shop boats. We need to stop going to that boat shop and get our boats from. Shocking, you know.
Was that Levo?
I think this was a Facebook boat, wasn't it?
Yeah. I usually like my projects like I like my women. 30 odd years old and broken.
I like me men like I like me coffee.
Oh. Go on.
Sweet and milky.
I've got a bit of sweet and milky.
Sweet and milky. Stop being rude. I'm trying to be all nice.
Why have I always got to be a butt crack end, you know?
Because your cable tie's not, look! He keeps his pants up with cable ties. There you go, tighten the cable tie.
Can't get out of
You got a tail now.
Should have a warning triangle on the end of that, shouldn't it? You may as well make your life easier, aren't you, flipping over? Imagine doing all this on your back.
No.
Well, you'd never do it right, would you?
No.
You're like, I'm not saying I'm doing it right, but
So,
you're doing an amazing job.
The plan is to get the forklift down to flip over Sarinda so we can do the same. Oh man, I know we're jumping.
We're not doing a posh job.
No, it's just a workhorse, so it's not a nice, pretty, shiny boat.
We've had shiny boats, haven't we? Right, and then we'll have to sell it.
It's too good
it's
for
too
us.
Shiny.
It's too good for us.
We don't abuse them, but we use them to do what.
Yeah, especially what we got. Well, obviously we didn't plan to buy this to use to haul stuff because Sarinda wasn't even in our
scope
when we bought this. But so it's going to be a workhorse, and I said I think you should still go and do like a lap of Anglesey.
See, I've always wanted to do that with my granddad.
Yeah.
You know, I think that'll be absolutely fantastic. I mean, we're sort of planning on going around, staying over the night somewhere, and then continue. You're like, stay over on the beach, it'd be amazing. Yeah,
this is all right. Do you want to know what's under this cover? I'm going to tell you what's under this cover. This is another one of Simon's buys. So, 70s or 80s was it?
No, 90s.
90s?
I think it was in 1990.
It's called a free ski. So a free ski is like a jet ski, but you don't sit on it and you don't need to drive it, but you can water ski while this jet ski thing pulls you along, and you can control it from your hands. I don't
think they really took off.
They didn't take off, and I think it's a bit dangerous, really.
I think they were frowned upon.
Yeah, it's like, what happens if you fall off? Does it just carry on going? I don't know. So Simon's great idea was, let's buy one, cut it in half, put a seat in the middle, and have like a jet kayak. So this is a half finished project. So I'll show you what's under here. Big reveal.
This is still here.
So
this isn't normal. This was just to stop the cover from falling in. But yeah, as you can see, we've got two cut lines here. So it used to be very, very short, obviously because you used to stand behind it, it was just a tow vehicle. So I thought, let's extend it and put a seat there. Get this off.
It's alright, leave that on. I'm covering it back up now.
So yeah, you can actually sit in here and then control it. And then here's our throttle. So we've got a 440cc two-stroke, which I think makes about 30 horsepower or something like that. Typical fuel tanks and stuff, but we actually made a jet kayak a long while back, didn't we?
Yeah.
It had like a 6 horsepower engine, and it was a bit uneventful, wasn't it? So, but I can imagine this thing will shift. I wanted it to be like a fighter plane, you're like.
So
but we did take it to the water once, and the starter motor failed on it pretty much instantly, and then that was like back end of last year, wasn't it? That was just basically a test. So now I've actually put a new starter motor on it, but we've not really had the weather to take it out. But I do plan on stripping it and painting it, but I wanted to test the concept first.
Yeah, because it's all...
Yeah, but a bit of fiberglass in, over plywood. So it's basically a cut and shut.
Cut and shut.
Ski free.
Cut and short and out a bit in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah.
So as you can tell, if you haven't already, Simon's a bit of a nutty professor, aren't you?
Yeah.
Always tinkering, always doing something like random that like no one else sort of, it's like, why are you doing that? Just for the fun of it.
Well, we like doing things that people haven't even thought about yet.
Yeah. So that's our boatyard.
Yeah, it'd be nice to keep this on top of Sarinda there. So if you wanted to go into the shallows fast, you can just go.
Yeah.
Because it'll only need like an inch of water when it gets moving. Nice. I think it was like the tiniest little hole. I don't know if you can see it. So here's my hole. I'd normally use a countersink, but I think I left it on the boat. Typical, eh? So what we're trying to do is create like a nice V. The reason we've put like a little V in it because we're going to use some fiberglass filler. So obviously the pressure on a boat is from the outside, so we put a V in it, it sinks down quite nice. So we're going to make sure you get all the air out of it. So giving it all a quick sand, which is sort of expose the little pinholes, and because they only had one coat the other time. It needs a bit more now. I've dusted it off. You can still see a few little shiny bits here and there. So we've managed to scrape off, like around the water line came up around here. So the primary objective of tonight really is to get the white on, because I'm gonna have like a white up to here, then the bottom paint is just gonna be the masked off. Don't take any painting tips from me, even though you'll probably look alright when it's finished, but I couldn't find a roller tray, so I'm having to like dunk it in the bucket and then apply. Considering it's gone on with a roller, it sinks quite nice. Usually on about 2 coats. So we left the paint set up overnight. Come out okay. Very orange peely, still quite a few marks in it, but as I say, I'm not that forced, it's just a work boat. So I'm going to finish sanding the underside, which is actually the top side at the moment. Sticking filler in our repair, and then we're going to mask it out and then put some anti-foul on the bottom. So we gave the underside a bit of a sand. It's not perfect, but it's got some good adhesion. Is that the right word? So then we ran some 2-inch masking tape around the hole, and then we ran some frog tape up against the 2-inch masking tape. As you can see, it comes up quite nice. Not removing any paint, which is a bonus. And we'll stick to your finger. So that's going to be my water line. So you saw earlier, I put the frog tape on, so that's 2 inches because we use masking tape here, 2 inches down, frog tape next to that. I've gone around giving it a bit of a scuff, and I've put some additional masking tape on it, primarily stuck to the frog tape, so when we pull it off, hopefully we don't take any paint off. So the paint we're using, I've actually got some more of this, but it's some self-polishing, should stay shiny then, eh? I like all these drawings. It says read the book, haven't got that. It's good for sailboats, not a sailboat. I guess that means 40 knots, don't know. It's not aluminium, sailing's okay. Brush, roll, brush maybe? Don't know. Don't know what that means. 5 hours it'll probably dry, so after 5 hours give it another coat. And it'll dry, this, whatever, blah blah blah, all crap. So you can put it in the water after 12 hours at 20 degrees, so anyway, it's blue, and I got it with another boat, so people probably know I'm not really allowed to paint stuff ever, because it always ends up on the floor, but we're outside, so doing that. So I've just put a coat on. It's not brilliant, it's patchy in places. For some reason I got a reaction, yeah, good, you can see it, yeah. Bit of a crazy reaction on the bow. We'll flat all that back and touch it in, but yeah, it looks okay. I'm saying you don't really see it because it's under the water, but see if the masking tape comes off now without damaging it. So let's pull the 2-inch off first. Oh, look at that, that's nice crisp. Oh dear. Nice and crisp. Looking for one more, can't we? Oh. She's good. Oh, we'll tidy up now.